following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Here's your host, the Pipeman. I'm here in the studio for the Adventures of Pipeman. And I can hear that Juan. Juan's in the other room. He's going to come on in a second. But I'm hearing me in my earbuds, and now no longer am I hearing it in echoing through the wall. And so, yeah, that was annoying as hell. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that annoying. What's more annoying is bringing my pipe nuts on. So let's bring them on, because especially that one from Louisiana that sleeps with the swamp monsters.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh my God. She looks like one of those swamp monsters today.
That's right. That's what happens.
Did you lose your brush in the bayou or something?
No, my hair's brushed.
And are you using permanent marker on your eyes or?
Yeah.
Okay. So
with some finger painting.
Why don't you just get like an eyeliner tattoo or something?
Do you want needles going that close to your eyeballs? I sure don't.
Well, I did have that happen recently. Okay. So
wasn't
it was not fun at all.
Alrighty then.
I can say that. But you know, I don't know what you Louisiana people are like. You may like that.
No, not my eyeballs. No.
So, what character are you supposed to be today?
Swamp Nut.
Okay, because you do play characters on the show, so
I do.
You know. Okay, so Studio Nut. What character do you think Rebel is today?
Oh, I don't know her name, but you know that one Dementor from Harry Potter?
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Oh, what's her name?
The old one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Are you sipping out of a Blake Shelton type of cup, or is that just water?
No, that's tea.
This is tequila that will be finished by the end of the show. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't drink tequila for the show because then I would probably just be normal.
Maybe anything's possible.
So should I start with the good stuff or should I start with the pipe peeves?
Let's start with the pipe peeve.
Okay. So the pipe peeves are a few things today. 2 are peeves and one is I told you so. We'll call it the how should we call it? The pipe-a-so or pipe-a-told you so? Pipe I don't know. That's not going to work.
Think about that one.
That's not going to work. But anyway, so like what the hell is the world that we're living in that people think Hamas is their friend? Hamas has never, ever been your friend and never will be your friend. The people that are rooting for Hamas are exactly the people that Hamas wants to take away from the earth. Okay. And,
infidels.
The infidels. Do you think Hamas really is pro LGBTQ, by the way? Just saying. Because a lot of the LGBTQ are and sometimes are like, pro Hamas because They're misunderstood. This is, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I read this on posts on social media that Hamas is misunderstood and that we're not, we're categorizing them wrong. And
wait. These are the same people who want to eliminate Americans, all of them.
Americans, Israelis, Jews,
Everybody except them.
anybody that is not a Muslim, straight, their own, biological or cis, they would get rid of everybody on the earth that should be loved and for who they are.
Can I just say one thing?
No, you can say two, but not one.
I am at this moment right now, like I am so glad I have dual citizenship because I can tell them, no, I'm not American. I am Mexican. They don't have beef with us.
Yeah, well, you know what else too? You should have a beef right now because Resident Rump is trying to kick out all of the Hispanics, the legal ones, everybody that voted for him. There's people right now getting deported that voted for him, that there's pictures of these people holding up big banners. Like, do you not get it? I don't understand why people don't get, and people think I'm the one that's nuts. Okay. Like, hello.
I thought we were the nuts.
yeah, you're the low hanging nuts. That's
by the
for
way.
sure.
I figured out how to make it work. I put it in the private chat. The pipe-itis.
Oh yeah, that's it.
ITYS. ITYS. I told you so.
There it is. I love it. And okay, so it's just ridiculousness. Okay, like what world am I in now that we are pro-terrorism? I'm flabbergasted. Okay. And let me just clue people in. Okay, I'm going to get hate for this. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get hate for this.
Oh, Lord.
But I just saw a thing last night. The leader of Jordan talking about the Palestinian state. You know what he said?
Something stupid, obviously.
No, not stupid. First of all, he said the truth. You have to watch this video because he named every period of time of that area of Gaza, who has been the owner of it. If you study actual history, and not just Gaza, the whole area of Israel, okay, including the Gaza Strip, has never, ever in history been considered a Palestinian state. Ever. So when people are saying, give them back their state, they've never had one in history. They have been wanderers. They have been gypsies. And that's why other countries won't take their refugees right now, because they've done this in all the surrounding countries, including they're not even welcome in their own country. Do you know which country is primarily a Palestinian country? And it's not Israel.
Palestine?
No,
there is no Palestine country.
I don't know.
Well, I know it's not Mexico.
Are you sure, Juan?
No.
Okay.
We have tacos and Taco Tuesday and tequila. It cannot
We'll
be
talk
us.
about Taco Tuesday in a second. Okay. Okay. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. But it is. Are you ready for it?
Ready for it.
Jordan, the guy that was talking about him. The most Palestinians in the whole world are in Jordan. They don't even that's their real home, and they don't even want them there. They got kicked. Some of them got kicked out of there. The infidels. Now, let me just say something. I'm a Jew, and my heart goes out to any innocent Palestinian family, everything that's going on. It's absolutely sickening, to be serious. But I am not pro Hamas, who is putting them in that position. I'm also not pro the fact that they voted for Hamas. Okay. So, and second of all, there's this, and the person from Jordan was giving this information of what you can call it, about the term free Palestine. Like most of the people screaming that, he's saying it. I'm not saying it. He was saying it. Are saying free Palestine. Don't even understand where that term came from and what it's about, and it has nothing to do with this conflict right now. It's always been a term. It's for propaganda. It's for division, and it's for, it's about hatred. It's not about what you think it's about. Okay. How about, and this is the last I'm going to talk about it. Okay. But how come nobody, and somebody made a comment to me on this when I said on social media that was such a, never mind. But how come nobody's screaming to release the hostages? I mean, Israel had a music festival, had nothing to do with military or anything else, with only civilians, that was attacked on October 7th, the infamous October 7th.
Infamous.
And there are hostages that they still have, people that my daughter knows, like, because she went on a trip to Israel before that happened. People that she knows that she was on that trip with are hostages right now. The kibbutz she stayed on was bombed. A kibbutz. That's not a military place.
That's supposed to be
does Israel not have the right? Does Israel not have the right to defend themselves? The narrative is so twisted. But the thing is, how come nobody's screaming free the hostages? You could say free Palestine and say free hostages too. If you're really caring about human beings, you can be against the Israeli government. You could be against the U.S. government. You could be against any government. I'm cool with that. But don't be against the people, especially the people that are not even related, because Jews like myself are getting hate all around the world. I am going to do coverage at a music festival in the UK next month, and the UK is an unsafe place for me, an American Jew. I can't even imagine that in my lifetime. And then I'm going to another place, Morocco. Also, probably not a safe place for a Jew to go, but I'm going anyway. Okay. But I'm here to tell you that we just need to love everybody. We need to stop all the hate. We need to stop all the division. It's all the powers that be that are doing it to us, and it's going to take us all down. Okay. And maybe instead of reading clickbait clickbait headlines, why don't you read actual history books or actual recorded, proven facts? Because the fact is, you people that are also very religious, well, then read your Bible, because the land of Israel was given to the Jews by God, if you believe that. And I'm saying that because there are a lot of hardcore Christians that are the ones that are against the Jews right now. Read that. Now, this doesn't mean I like what's going on. Doesn't mean I don't like war at all. It's stupid. It's all about power and money and possessions. There should be no war at all. But you know what? If somebody comes and knocks on my house, I'm going to blow their house down. Listen, I learned at a young age, I taught my kids, don't hit somebody unless you're prepared to get hit back. And that's a pretty good rule, Yeah,
it's backed by science. Every action has an equal or greater reaction.
There you go. So let's talk about Taco Tuesday, even though it's Wednesday. Taco Tuesday has a whole new meaning now.
Oh, good
Let's
Lord.
ask somebody from the South, because we know they get different news than we do. Okay. And we might have our resident Canadian coming in later, and she does get different news. Like, I forwarded her some news going back to the Jew thing. There was somebody speaking in Canadian Parliament that was speaking about the anti-Jew stuff in Canada, and I praise him because he made so much sense, and he did this whole speech. I forwarded it to her. She could not view it because, that government, we talk about free countries and stuff. That government censors the news. We talk about censoring it. Like, literally, she can't see Canadian news when she's in Canada.
I was just about to ask that. Didn't you say he was in the Parliament?
Yeah,
Canada?
yeah.
And they can't see their own news?
She clicked on the link I sent, and this cannot be viewed in your area. Yeah, we'll let her talk about it when she comes on. But let's ask the South. Hold on, let me cough for a second. Okay.
I know you muted yourself, but I could hear it in the background.
It sounded good, right? That was pretty good pretend cough, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Rebel, can you tell me why Taco Tuesday has a whole new meaning nowadays?
Nope. We don't get to see that kind of stuff in the South.
See, proven about that education, history. They just scream a whole bunch of shit, but they don't even know what's going on half the time. How about, okay, so our resident Mexican probably knows more about America than the South does. So let's hear if you know what Taco Tuesday's meaning is all about now.
Well, it's actually an acronym now that it stands for Trump always.
No, not Trump, rump. So say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Rump always chickens out.
Yeah. You didn't know that, Rebel?
No.
Yeah, that's the new thing. It's all over the internet, man. I keep getting pictures of tacos with Rump's face in it. Okay. So yeah. It's the new acronym. What he said, like, because of the tariffs, because he's like real strong with the tariffs. Oh, and I'm not going to negotiate and blah blah blah. And he has chickened out of every single tariff so far. That's the joke about it. I also want to say that for people that don't
have to do with tacos, though, chicken tacos.
It's an acronym.
I get it.
Trump always chickens out. T.A.C.O. They don't learn how to spell in Louisiana, Juan. Just saying.
Chicken and tacos. Chicken doesn't normally go into tacos. It goes into quesadillas and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. Now you really made it worse, okay, Rebel? Like, I eat chicken tacos all the time. It's mainly the type of taco I eat.
Yuck.
And second of all, that's not the type of chicken they were talking about.
Oh my God, Rebel. We have to explain everything to you.
From now on, you eat before the show.
You know what? I think we should just deport all of Louisiana. Forget everybody else. We could, we just deport the whole state of Louisiana and Texas too. I'll throw that one in too.
No. Y'all can keep Texas.
No, we don't want Texas. We don't want Texas. It's funny. I wonder if she's listening too, because this is going to be pretty funny. Okay, so I was going to punk rock bowling in Vegas, and this friend of mine, she was going to Texas for a girls' trip. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of trip is that? Like I've never in my whole life, girls go on a girls' trip. Hey, let's go to Texas. Okay.
They were trying to pick up some cowboys.
I don't know what they were doing, but okay. She had never been to Texas. So when she came back, she's like, oh, I see what you mean. Like, if I woke up in the morning, I wanted to go someplace, that's probably one of the last places I would go. Okay. Yeah, it's not a vacation spot. There may be
in Texas.
There may be
do.
some places. There may be some places, but like she went to Houston. Like
If
there's
you're gonna go to
nothing.
Texas, you have to go for the
There's
ranch experience.
there's nothing good in Houston. Okay, my
They have a
thing
really
one.
cool mall.
Wait. Thing one used to live in Houston selling, cable before we met, and she hated it so bad. She loved Dallas, but she hated Houston. Okay, and like I used to think one thing was cool in Houston, but now I know there's nothing cool in Houston. I was huh?
Whitney,
No. You have to think back. You have to think back,
back
and you'll
before I was born, or
No.
you'll
Back
figure it
to
out.
Okay.
last year.
You'll figure it out. Now, but seriously, I've never liked Houston. Dallas is okay. Austin is okay, but they call it the live capital, and I still think Nashville's way cooler than Austin. Just saying. I think it should be the live capital. Just saying. Like, I'd actually like find places for live music. Nashville, you just
Walk
when
down
you're
the street.
when you're taking a piss, there's live music. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Have you ever taken piss when there was live music, Rebel?
No.
You never took a piss at Mardi Gras?
No, God, no. Where would you go?
Just piss on somebody else, some Yankee that shows up to Mardi Gras.
they'll probably give you beats for that.
No, thank you.
I think, hey, Juan, you need to hook this up. I think next Mardi Gras, it should be Rebel hanging out with Melanie and David for Mardi Gras. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that
match
would
it
be
up.
fun. I hope you like wine.
I do not. I'm sorry. I do not like wine.
How can you not drink and go to Mardi Gras? That's like sacrilegious, isn't it? Isn't it a requirement for Mardi Gras?
No, it's never a requirement to drink. Okay, no.
That's not true. Okay. Okay. Just look at your Bible, Rebel. You're in the Bible Belt. You don't even know your scripture. Okay.
Nowhere near the Bible Belt there.
Okay. You know Passover. Okay. Where the Jews were freed from slavery and fled from Egypt. In the Passover Seder, we are commanded to drink 4 glasses of wine during that Seder. When you're in temple every week, we don't drink the blood of Christ because that's stupid, because it's not really his blood. He's dead. There's no blood. Okay. We drink wine. That's where it came from. Except, the Christians don't want to drink wine during church because that would be sacrilegious.
Yes, they do.
No, they do drink it, but they have to call it the blood of Christ.
No,
Okay.
the Catholics drink the wine. I think other religions use grape juice in its place.
Well, regardless, it is required. It's in the Bible. It says it in the Bible. It says in the Bible to drink the wine multiple times. Multiple times it says it.
Oh, I'm not drinking wine. I
See,
don't like it.
But the
It's
question
nasty.
here is, how would it be different? The way that wine was made back then to how it is made now.
Oh, they used to take their shoes
back
off
then.
before
Back
grapes.
then, see, like now, in order to get the kind of wine that was made back then, you'd have to go to prison. Because where they make the wine in the
you have to take your shirt off.
where they make the wine in the toilet bowl. You know about that, right? You
Yep.
didn't know about that, Rebel? That's how they
Toilet
make
wine.
wine in prison in a toilet
Yeah.
bowl. Didn't you see the movie that had it?
I did.
It's true too. It's true. Okay.
What are the rules for that? Like, no one uses the toilet for the next 24 hours before winemaking commences, or like, how
Does it really matter?
Is there rules for that, or
Does it really matter? Like,
I hope so.
I mean, I think you can't jerk off in the toilet, but the urine might give it a little better taste. I don't know. And
I think it's the ammonia that adds the nutrients, right?
Oh my
Eh.
god. It's so sick. Please don't do this at home.
why not? Okay. So, well, listen, there's people right now, as we're speaking, that are at a prison right where incarceration is, where the pipe man will be in July, that are drinking wine out of their toilet as we're speaking right now.
Wait a minute. That is not an actual functioning prison anymore. They might have been.
Though they have, the new prison is right next to it. In fact, a lot of times when I've been there, I've seen the inmates out in the prison yard. And I always say this to the artists. I'm like, how cool is it? You're like Johnny Cash playing for the prisoners, because there are prisoners out in the yard listening to the festival.
But in the
Yeah,
place
in
that
fact,
you go is no longer
It's-
functioning.
I'm
Yeah,
saying it's right next to it. Like, in other words, when you do the tour of Shawshank Prison, there's a window upstairs and there's a sign right next to the window that if you take a picture, you're going to jail and it's a felony, 5 years in prison. Why? Because you're probably taking a picture of the escape route to help people escape from the prison, and that's right there. They just didn't renovate this prison and built a new one and left this one haunted. And it is haunted, by the way, for real.
Yep.
In fact, I was told by a music artist that he was filming a video in like the room that was considered like the torture room when it was open, when the prison was open. And he came out of that room with scratches all over his upper body, like not just scratch, like bleeding scratches.
Did they house female inmates in there?
Don't think so. What, men can't scratch too? Or
Yeah, but it would be more fun, if it was,
he didn't say he enjoyed
No,
it.
I
Okay,
think you're thinking of kinky. It would be more kinky if there was.
well,
a
that's
female
of course what Rebel would think about. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what else do we have to talk about? Let's get the days out of the way, okay? So I'm just going to tell you, Rebel, you can talk about the days, okay? But, oh, wait, before we talk about the days, what the fuck is the I told you so about? Do you guys know what my I told you so about is today?
No, but please, can you tell us?
I said a while back that you watch Elon and Rump are not going to be friends for long. There's going to be too much competition. There's too much testosterone there, and it's happening. I told you so. Do you know about the news, Rebel? Let's see what else they don't know in Louisiana.
It's not that all of Louisiana doesn't know this. It's that I particularly probably don't know this.
I think you are representative of the whole state of Louisiana. Whatever you don't know, they don't know either.
That is not true. But
are you saying they're all smarter than you?
I am saying that I am not focusing on. I don't do politics, religion, or me. So therefore, but
You don't wait. You don't do politics, religion, or you is what you said.
That's what I said.
Okay, so why is it you don't masturbate?
Because that's just. Why
What's
would you?
it
Why would I
about?
have to do it myself when I got other people to do it for
Because it's
me?
a lot. Because it's a lot less work, and you can go right back to doing what you're doing, like playing Madden football or something.
Why? How is it a lot less work? Wait a minute. If I got to do everything, then why do I need somebody?
Because you know what to do. It's quicker. It's just like, okay, I'm playing Madden football. It's halftime. I take like 2 minutes. I go to the bathroom. I take care of business, come back and finish the game.
2 minutes?
That's all it needs.
Oh, God.
Anything else is just a lot of extra work.
Yeah, well, I do enough stuff. I ain't doing that.
You do realize that when guys are taking a long time with you, it's only for 2 reasons. It's either A, you're not really turning them on, or B, that they have to do it for you, because if it were up to them, they would just finish in 2 minutes. Like, we have to hold back for you people because you take so long.
Well, why rush it?
Because there's other things to do in life, and maybe you want to do it again.
And you're doing it wrong.
I don't know.
Enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it.
After a period of time, it just becomes boring. Okay,
You're definitely doing it wrong.
What would be the right way?
It depends. Every time should be like the first time. So it should.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Okay.
Every time should be like the first time. The first time is always super awkward. You don't want awkwardness for the rest of your life.
I know, right?
Why? Wait.
It's awkward because you don't know what you're doing.
Not the first time you ever had sex. The first time you ever had sex with that person.
Why should it be the first time? That's probably not the best time. Sometimes it's the best time, but most of the time, no, you don't know the person enough yet.
You're not comfortable with each other yet.
Ah, well, wait a minute. That's the problem.
So you're always comfortable with whoever.
So my question to you, Rebel, is what if somebody offered to peg you the first time? Is that what you want every time?
Ew, then I wouldn't even be involved. That's the wrong thing to say to me. No, that's exit only.
What size is your strap on?
Oh, what?
What size is your strap on?
I don't. Why would I have one of those?
How about do you use toys at all?
No.
See, what is wrong with you? You say that you're this sexual being, but lots of women, even if they're with somebody, they want a toy too. Imagine if you could have the real thing and a toy in at the same time.
Oh my God. How does that fit?
Well, it's not going in your butthole, okay?
How can you have something real and something fake at the same time when the real ones barely fit?
Well, because a guy's not going to want to do it with another guy in a real one. That would be not for straight people.
No. Let's get back to Elon and his, soon to be former.
I have a question though about it, and this is a serious question though. Okay, if you're in a threesome, like every guy wants a threesome with two women, and that's stupid anyway. Keep that a fantasy because it's really not all it's cracked up to be. I'm just saying.
Depends if you do it right.
No, it's not. From experience, I'm a guy. You're not a guy. Okay. Usually, if the female you're with agrees to a threesome, it's because they're into women too, and they're probably into the woman more than you. Okay, Rebel.
That is not the case. If a guy wants a threesome with two girls, then that gives one for the, one for the top and one for the bottom. That doesn't mean the girls.
So one's wearing a strap on and one's not. Is that what you're saying?
One's sitting on his face and one's sucking his dick. God,
watch your mouth. There's people 40 and younger listening to this.
Oh my goodness. There's somebody 40 and younger right there in the middle of us.
I know. I'm like smack in the middle of both of you guys.
Okay, so all right.
I will see myself.
Listen. I don't want to be that close to her when she's talking about this shit. Okay. Don't do.
You think I do?
Let me ask you a question. Okay. See, I'm going to prove my point. Okay. Let me ask you a question. One, would you want to have a threesome with another guy and a girl?
No.
Yeah. Most straight people would not. Why? Because something's going to touch at some point in time. Okay.
I feel like from that perspective, I feel like at some point we're gonna lock eyes and it's just like gonna be super awkward.
I think what's even more awkward is if you get the jizz of the person that goes first on your thing when you enter second.
Always be first in line, apparently. Yuck.
Yeah, well, of course. Which it is one of my philosophies. Okay, so if you meet a woman, she has a past, it's no big deal. But I think the whole idea of sex grosses me out. And the reason I say that is not because of the person. It's because if I was with this person and then I knew they were with somebody else after me, I don't want to go back to it. I have no desire. Like I was first and then I become sloppy thirds now. It's not even seconds. I become sloppy thirds. Okay, but no, seriously, in all seriousness.
Or if you choose to look at it this way, you're first and third.
Yeah.
You're a evolved.
Yeah,
into
which
four.
means somehow the
Never mind.
second is connected somehow. Somehow I had to interact with the second's jizz.
People do take showers. I'm saying.
Well, some less than others, Rebel. I'm just saying, okay?
It's not a.
I mean, let's put it this way. I've been with women that said, "Oh, sorry, that's clitty litter." And then I'm like, where did that term come from? And then recently it came up on like some show or something that is really a thing that a lot of people have. Do you know what that is, Rebel?
Yes.
I know where it came up. That's where it came up. There was this woman, this European woman that was talking to this American and like saying, you guys are gross. You don't use bidets at all. Like, that's gross. Like, clean your thingy. And because otherwise, and she started describing that the toilet paper gets stuck up there. That's the clitty litter. Do you have clitty litter, Rebel?
No.
I didn't call it clitty litter. A woman I was with called it that. Okay, just saying. Don't attack me for it. Okay, I'm not talking to you, Rebel. I'm talking about everybody else listening. No, I didn't make up that term. I did make up at one time the organization clit, but not clitty litter.
I don't know. I kind of think like it speaks more to the quality of toilet paper that you're using.
Yes, it does.
Well, it is true, but it happens pretty much. That is one of the reasons they use bidets over there, because it truly does clean you, opposed to toilet paper really doesn't. I mean, have you ever had it, Juan, where like you just weren't super careful and then you had to walk around all day and it was uncomfortable in your butthole?
No.
Okay. Well, it
and I definitely don't want a squirt of water going up there.
Don't knock it till you try it. Okay.
That makes it sound not straight.
What about if you were able to eat a taco while that was happening?
I think I could stomach that.
See? There you go.
Tacos make everything better.
I wonder if, when kids have like what are they, not ringworm, but some kind of worm that's in their butthole.
Tapeworm?
Yeah, I think so. But it's pretty predominant. A lot of kids, they'll end up with it because, they stick their finger up their butt and stuff like that.
Who does that?
You're saying all kids do that?
Not all kids.
Is that a new thing? Or
all kids in Louisiana do.
No, they don't.
But seriously, okay, so I don't know. I can't even make that serious. Never mind. Okay, so it's your turn now. But what I have to say is, I refuse. I will not be participating in National Hug Your Cat Day.
Why?
Well, I'm allergic. Do you know that yesterday, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Between being at my daughter's house, who has 3 cats, and being on tour with the festivals with all the festival dust, yesterday was the first day that I could actually breathe for this year. I was texting that to my daughter because I'm allergic to cats. It started there and just compounded ever since. Like, if you listen to my interviews the past few months, like this. Yeah, because I couldn't really talk, but I still can't talk, but I have to cough. So hold on, I'm going to cough again.
Juan, you enjoying that?
Oh, yeah, like I'm hearing it through the wall.
What's funny is next door, Sabine is doing acupuncture treatment for somebody. And they're hearing that. Oh, my God. Imagine what people walking down the hallway are thinking. It's too bad because
I get needles in their backs.
It's too bad because I was doing an interview earlier, and there were kids screaming in the hallway. And
Screaming.
That's when I should have done that. Because can you imagine if you're a kid in the hallway of this building, Juan, and you heard that coming out one of the doors. In fact, that sounds like something fun to do the next time I hear kids.
Yeah, there was this one time I was in the studio. I was in here pretty late. It was probably like around like 9 o'clock at night, and I heard like some kids running in the hallway, and I go to turn off the light on the room that faces the hallway, and then I waited for the steps to get like close to the door, and I banged on the door from the inside.
I love it.
All you hear is just screaming.
Y'all need to set up a camera in the hallway when y'all do that.
Well, there are cameras in the hallway, but we don't have access to those feeds.
You need to set up one in the hallway just so.
Just like a ring camera.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left anyway?
10 minutes.
That's what I thought. I was looking at him like, how did that? I didn't even get to talk about anything yet. Jesus Christ. But okay, so go over the days real quick because now you're limited on time, Rebel.
No, I'm limited on time. Well, it's I can barely even see these things. It's Hug Your Cat Day. It's International National Clean Beauty Day. Oh darn it, I wore makeup today. Audacity to Hope Day. Global Running Day.
All right, you're boring the
National
shit out of you're boring the shit out of me. You know what's most important?
What?
Is that the Pipeman Radio Tour continues next week as I go to the UK for Download Festival. And then I'm going to, between that and the next festival, I have 2 days off. So what does Pipeman do? Not hang out in UK. Hop on a plane to another continent. Why not for 2 days? So I'll be going, in case they didn't teach you this in school, Rebel, Morocco's not in Europe or the UK. It's in Africa. Just saying. Okay. But
I learned that at Disney.
I bet you did. I bet most of your education comes from Disney.
It does. It does.
So, but then one of my favorite festivals, Hellfest. Oh my God, that place is so amazing. But Hellfest is in Clisson, France. I said Clisson right, but I didn't say France right. France. And what is one of the most beloved things in France, Rebel?
The Louvre, the Eiffel Tower.
No, shut up. Okay, Juan, what's one of the most beloved things in France? Those things are beloved to tourists, you dingbat, not to French people. Go ahead, Juan.
Jeez.
I would say the women.
Well, they are very interesting because the first year I went to Hellfest, I met this French woman. She didn't speak much English at all, very, very little. But what she did say to me, and I did understand in English, is she said, French women love sex. She whispered it in my ear. I'm like, okay, I'm moving here. And so anyway, and then I could probably reach the whole country based on my 2-minute scenario. Okay. So the big thing in France is cheese. They love their cheese. And today,
the stinkier the better.
What? The stink. Oh yeah,
they have a saying, the stinkier the better.
Oh yeah. And so today is National Cheese Day. But we can't celebrate because we're not in France. So we'll have to wait till Hellfest to celebrate that. Okay, so
videos.
You want to see videos of cheese in France?
Of you eating cheese in France.
I'm not a cheese eater. I like mozzarella and I like ragout. That's about it. I don't like any other cheese, really. Once in a while, I may have something, but if it tastes cheesy, it's stinky, I don't like it. And let me tell you something. One of the most disgusting things I ever ate in my life
Please, God, don't go there.
Was in Paris. Okay. So are you
what
guys
was the name?
Are you that was the second most. I had to part the Red Sea because I don't believe, I did have somebody recently I met on an online dating site that informed me that they have a full bush. And I'm like, there's better ways to floss my teeth nowadays. So
Bush is not running for office anymore.
I mean,
Oh
do you,
God.
do you remember that one? You might not. You're too young. But back in the day, like literally, the pubic hairs would floss your teeth as you were eating. Just saying. And and sometimes they got caught in your throat in case you wanted to save it for later.
Like a literal hairball.
Totally. That's why let's just shave all cats and they won't have hairballs.
Oh God.
Okay.
National Cat Day.
Oh yeah, it is that. No, it's National Hug Your Cat Day. But
You put
see,
it hug it when it's got hair.
if it didn't have hair, maybe the pipe man could hug it.
You know what
Okay.
it is. What else there is to the for the whole week, just to like bring things up a notch. This week is National CPR and AED Awareness Week.
IUD awareness? Those are like,
CPR and AED.
how do you use an IUD anyway? They don't even know how it works. Like literally, that's what they taught me in sex ed. Like I have no idea how it works. It just works. Like I'm not putting something in my body that works. Just that I don't know how it works. Oh, that's why it hurt so bad when I was putting it in. Oh my God, it was torture. But I didn't get
Sure
but I didn't get her pregnant. I didn't get her pregnant. It worked.
God. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
So
no.
okay, so the Pipeman Radio Tour got back from punk rock bowling. Oh my God. I think except for I did go out to dinner last night, but I think today's the first day I like literally left the house except for a walk since I got back from punk rock bowling because it was 2 months of nonstop festivals and conferences. So it was time for some pipe down time. You like that, Rebel?
Pipe down.
Like what I did
like
with that?
I do.
Okay. Well, and you know what? I just figured out we're almost 48 minutes in, and Nicole didn't come in yet. So, we have to get to spend the last 2 minutes making fun of her.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's your you get first dibs, Rebel. What if you were to say one thing that would make fun of her? What would it be?
I am not going to do that.
You will do it. And it's not even a discussion,
Here,
okay?
well,
Otherwise,
while she's laughing, let's not make fun of Nicole. Let's go ahead and turn it around on her. Tell
Who's
me that she
that?
doesn't look like her.
Who's that?
Rebel, can you smile for us?
That is who Rebel is. Look at that. Oh my God!
I
it's like,
remember the
it's
characters I was thinking
It's
of from Harry Potter.
uncanny, man. It's uncanny. Okay, I need a vote from you guys. I need a vote from you guys. And Juan's got a better vote because he saw it in person and made a comment. All right, so my hair's fading. And it's got like now light purple and pink and blue, but and then the gray's coming in. So before I leave for the UK and Europe and Africa, should I go to Bella and go back to the blonde and refresh, or should I just let it stay like this till I get back from there?
Maybe you should try going full silver fox.
No, you know what?
Including the beard.
No, I'm telling you. Okay, here's what's funny. When I used to get my hairs done at Vision here in the place, one time she said to me, maybe you'd probably look good if you just let it go to gray. And I'm like, no, I don't. And I'll prove it to you. And I did. I let it go. And I went in there and every female in that whole salon was like, oh yeah, you're right.
That's like your natural gray, but I'm talking about dyeing it a certain type of
It kind of
silver.
looks like that now from the purple though. Like some of the parts that look gray up here are not my hair being gray. So it does kind of have that. I just don't get that whole idea of like young girls dyeing their hair gray. Like women their whole life fight to not be gray. Why would you dye it gray? It does kind of look hot sometimes though. Just saying. Okay. Oh, and I am going to, I was in contact with, I am going to, I don't know when yet, I am going to be interviewing Shut the Fuck Up Girl. Okay.
Well,
Because I think she's awesome. Okay. And listen, I just think her creativity, it's just so funny as shit. But she's going to be at Warped Tour, which I'm probably going to be covering. So we had some discussion. I may interview her at Warped Tour. We'll see. But we have a lot of great interviews from Punk Rock Bowling. Go check it out. Go to the Adventures of Pipeman.com or go to iHeart and look for the Adventures of Pipeman or anywhere you listen to podcasts. And you can hear all the interviews from Welcome to Rockville, all the interviews from Punk Rock Bowling. There's like 50 million of them. No, there were 26 at Welcome to Rockville, and there were 7 at Punk Rock Bowling, because Punk Rock Bowling's a different kind of vibe. Like, it's not a sit in the media area. Like, I was doing interviews in weird places. But that's something I can't talk about on air. And then we already have a bunch of interviews lined up for Download and Hellfest, and it's very, very exciting. It's going to be a great June. We'll come back from that. I'll have a little downtime. Then there'll be Warped Tour Long Beach and Incarceration. And then we'll be back to the UK in August for Bloodstock and maybe more. And I'm waiting to see. I might cover Resurrection Fest, but I haven't got approval or a turn down yet. So we'll see about that. And we're still doing ticket giveaways, people. You can win tickets to Louder Than Life or Aftershock. All you have to do is DM me on any of my socials and tell me whether you think Rebel is a boy, girl, or non-binary. Don't tell them, Rebel. If you get it right, you don't win the tickets. The only way you win the tickets is if you get it wrong. And then you're entered in to win. So send me all your wrong answers, and you will have a chance to win. I mean, look at that. It's a face only a mother could love.
Not even that.
Oh, she didn't love you either? Well, I'm sorry, Rebel. Like,
don't be.
There should be at least one person on the earth that loves you, but apparently there's not.
Wrong.
We love you here at the Adventures of Pipeman, Rebel, and at W4CY Radio. We love you. I mean, I might say something different when I get off the show, but for the show, we love you. And any final words about loving Rebel, Juan?
Nope. I think we're going to leave it there.
Okay, well, then you know what? Tune in again. More times. 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time, W4CY Radio. We will have our Motivational Monday, Positively Pipeman. You're going to want to tune in for that. And we're going to have more next week. So check it out. Check out the podcast and roll it one with lots of...
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.